completely. So we have 12x squared minus 27x plus 15. We need to find the greatest common factor, which is the largest number that will divide into all of these numbers 12, 27, and 15. So that GCF largest number is going to be 3. So anything larger than 3, you cannot multiply into, divide into any of these three numbers. So let's go ahead and bring the GCF out of the parentheses. And so we start by writing 3 and then starting the parentheses. And then what times 3 is going to give us 12x squared is 4x squared, minus what times 3 is going to give us 27x, it's 9x, and what times 3 gives us 15 is 5. Also, we could go ahead and distribute that really quickly to see if that works for us, gives us back the original. So that's 12x squared minus 27x plus 15. So that works. Now, our next strategy here is to look at this trinomial and try to factor this by any means possible. In this case, let's go ahead and try to factor it by grouping, because we can split up 9x minus 9x into two parts, like for example, negative 4x and negative 5x. And why are we doing that? Because we want to group the first two terms together and the last two terms together. Okay, so I'm going to split up negative 9x into negative 4x and negative 5x so that I can take common between these two, and then I can take common between these two. So all we did was split up on negative 9x into negative 4x and negative 5x. Okay, so now I can take common between these two, and what can we take common is basically 4x and bring a parenthesis. So now there'll be x left over, 4x times x, 4x squared, minus 1, 4x times minus 1 is negative 4x. Here, we're going to take negative 5 common, okay? And because negative 5 times x is negative 5x, negative 5 times negative 1 is positive 5. Now you'll see that x minus 1 is common between them. So let's go ahead and take x minus 1 common, and then we have 4x minus 5. Okay, so first we took 4x common between these two and negative 5 common between these two, and then we took x minus 1 common between these two terms. Okay, so now remember that there's also a 3 in the greatest common factor that we did before, so we have to write the 3x minus 1 times 4x minus 5. That is going to be our final answer, factored by grouping and greatest common factor removal. So this is our choice A. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know if you're interested in my ASVAB GED High School Math Mastery course on Patreon. Okay, have a nice day. Bye.